Time to go.
Hey, Kale and Eula! Oh, Adia is here too! Hey, it's the Traveler and Paimon. How are you? Did you rest well?
Yep, this is a comfortable place to rest. I guess that's one thing here that's better than the desert. But other than that, there's not much going for this place.
Saying things like that isn't going to help.
But it's the truth. The desert is full of terrible memories.
That's a weird way to put it. Actually, if you hadn't mentioned it, Paimon would have already forgotten that this domain is in the... I know what you mean. The air here isn't at all like the desert. It's very humid. Almost as if we're in the rainforest. It's a...
Everyone looks well rested. If you're ready, we can start making our way to the jungle north of here.
Good luck, everyone! I'll be...
Hold on. I said we, didn't I? No need to say goodbye, because you're...
Huh? But wait, I'm just the...
You can't back out this time, Adia. The manager of the fairgrounds is waiting to see you. She said Adia is the only person who could help.
Yes, Kale and I discovered a fairgrounds in the forest.
The person in charge of it seems a scholar. But what's she doing there?
Oh, I wish there were ley lines here that I could ever study.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Gotcha. It's a miracle. Off we go. Adventure time.
Time to go. Time to go.
Finally, someone has arrived.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Maimuna. We've brought it...
Thank you, Kale. It's been quite some time since I've seen you, Idia. To be honest, I didn't think you'd actually show up. If anything, I thought you'd be curled up somewhere crying alone.
Hey, you shouldn't be saying things like that.
Doesn't seem to be the first time Paimon's heard someone say that about Adia, though.
You want to see me cry? Fine. I'll stop crying right here.
No.
All right, I shouldn't have said that. Now, who are these two?
And Paimon is...
They're reliable helpers. Lucky for you that I found them. You'd better be more careful about how...
Of course. Good to meet you. You may call me Maimuna. For the sake of time, we should forego the usual pleasantry.
Wow! Look at that huge...
Amazing, isn't it? I helped make it. What fun would a fairground...
Really? Paimon knew you could... Huh?
What is it, Kale?
Sorry. I'm afraid it might dampen the mood.
That's not important.
Well, there are lots of vendor booths set up here, but there's no one running them. In fact, there's no one at this fair at all.
The truth is, this used to be an exciting and bustling place. But just a few days ago,
Like, the world was settled.
Yes, exactly. Something fell from the central hub into the tent and knocked down the crystal light that was hanging at the top.
Oh, the crystal light.
Mm-hmm. I remember a certain someone said that we should have beautiful lights to celebrate at a fair, and made us that crystal light. But once the light fell, the tent became a complete mess, and the Hydro-Eidolons were Just when I was at my wit's end, a man from the Lawrence clan came and—
Wait, he offered to help you?
Yes, and he refused to listen to any of my warnings.
Yes?
Yeah, don't leave us hanging!
And that's it. He became trapped inside along with the Hydro-Eidolons.
Oh no, we have to do something!
I know, but the situation inside might be more difficult than you think.
Just talking about it is a waste of time. Since—
All right.
Take it easy.
There used to be a large stage inside, but after everything got shaken up, it seems the very nature of the lamps and crystal light that were hanging above have all fallen.
Wait, so you mean it's difficult?
Yes, mainly. Do any of you have experience being on stage? Once the stage lights turn on—
I can't stand that feeling. Having everyone's attention—
Me too! I'm no good at speaking in front of people. And
Sounds like you have some things you haven't been able to let—
Please don't laugh. I'm trying my best to change that, but there are still some things that—
No, there's nothing funny about that. And you know, that's my opinion anyway. Think about it. You have many good qualities, Kale. I bet if you had to learn dance since childhood like myself,
No way!
I can relate. I know it.
maybe we should find a time for you to learn with me. And one day you will become an outstanding dancer too. By that,
Wow. You are so Really? You do that? You wouldn't think I look stupid and secretly laugh at me, would you?
you really think I'm that kind of person?
Oh, no! Of course—
Seems there's no need for me to warn you again. Anyway, you just need to open—
Wait, what's that thing in the middle there?
That's my crystal light! It's been locked up.
Well, let's figure out a way to fix this. Looks like we need to raise the platform underneath the crystal light.
If I remember correctly, the stage controls should be somewhere around here.
It seems we have to use the colorful lens to make the light change colors.
Beg for mercy. Crush! Shudder! Beg for mercy.
That's one way of shining new light on the problem.
Hey, Mimuna? Do you happen to know someone named Sino?
No, never heard that name before. Why do you ask?
Oh, never mind then. I was just thinking you two would have a lot in common.
Back to the situation at hand. We should probably head into the passage.
Hello? Is anyone here? If you can hear me, please help!
Lessig Lawrence?
Who are you?
You sure don't look like you're in any condition to be talking like that.
Yep. He's a member of the Lawrence clan, all right. Even though he's hanging on by a thread, he still insists on clinging to meaningless etiquette.
You. What are you doing here? Have you come here to mock me, Eula?
If you would just think for a moment, it should be pretty obvious why we are here. Yet, now you're intentionally trying to provoke me? Of course, you don't have to accept my help. After all, aristocrats are naturally superior and need no help from others.
Yes, thanks for the reminder. I don't need help.
I don't think he really means it, Eula. His tone was harsh, but he keeps glancing at you from the corner of his eye.
Okay. He's been trapped for so long that it seems he's forgotten how to hold a decent conversation. How ridiculous.
Hey, no, halt! Helping me when necessary certainly won't tarnish your prestige. If anything, my embarrassing predicament will be overshadowed.
This is the best reason you could come up with? You think tacking on the word family will be enough to talk me into helping you? You should be ashamed for your careless actions. It's because of you that we all had to come here.
Seems everyone in the Lawrence clan is this way. They'll do anything to save face.
All right. Looks like it's time for the mascot to step in. Here you go. One for Eula, and one for Lessig.
What is this? Candy?
Oh, the smell. It's just like...
Yes, that's right. Enjoying something sweet always lightens the mood.
Oh, thank you, Miss Mascot. I certainly...
So he's willing to thank someone else, but not me.
Eula has been worrying about you the past few days, and asked me, but now that you two have been reunited,
Let me clarify one thing. I don't care what happens to him. If you're going to keep saying nonsense like this, then...
Eula will never admit that she actually cares about him. Yeah, you're probably right.
If you're going to keep saying nonsense like this, then...
Sorry. I admit my mistake. I know I've caused heaps of trouble for all of you.
Why couldn't you have just said that earlier?
I'm back. Oh? Have you already
Nothing. Don't mind.
All right. Then let's clean things up here and keep working our way toward getting the crystal light fixed. There's no need...
I'll take him and find some place for him to rest.
All right. I'll leave my You'd better rest up and regain your strength before we settle things, Lessig.
Now, let's see if there's any way to keep raising the platform higher. We probably will need to find a mechanism that's like a lamp.
Strange. Is that really the Lessig that I know?
You shouldn't always judge people based on the way you knew them before. People change, and people can always make different choices.
Oh, look! There's a water droplet over there!
A hydroidolin! It must have been trapped in the curtain. But at least it seems to be okay.
Wow! Paimon thought it looked big from the outside. This place is massive!
It is a magical tent, after all. The inside is much larger than it appears from the outside. Haven't you heard stories with this sort of thing before?
Oh, another path has appeared! This should be the last level.
Yes, don't worry. We're almost to the top of the tent. The last thing we need to do is raise the crystal light to the very top of the tent. After the stage collapsed, I realized that having it raised only halfway makes it look a lot like the stage at the Grand Bazaar. Have any of you visited the Grand Bazaar?
No, I haven't.
I have. I've gone there a few times with Master Tainari. The place is bustling with all kinds.
Oh, a dance from Sumeru? I'd like to see that myself.
It doesn't matter if it's on the way or not. I would be
Great. I'll take you up on that offer.
Yeah!
Really? My father used to help with festivities. I was just a kid and didn't understand anything. I was happy. I always thought my father was amazing.
But aren't you a scholar in the academia, Maimuna? I doubt you could have time to assist your father in...
Yeah, seems you read me like a book. When I had the choice between becoming who I wanted to be and who my parents wanted me to be,
That's almost the exact opposite of Eula's situation.
You must have already realized that. Why else would you set up all the booths here and make this place like a fairground?
yes, but I realized that attending a fair and running a fair are two. The main reason my childhood was so fun and carefree is because but my father knew how difficult and tiring running a fair could be, so he wanted to push me towards academics. But in the end, I gave up on myself and resorted to investigating ley lines in the desert. I finally had a chance to make my wish of running a fair come true. But after seeing everything come crashing down,
It's not as bad as you make it out to be, Maimuna. No, you have the courage to change. And you've been someone who's given up on themselves. Oh, Kale.
I understand my situation better than anyone. You don't.
It's not that I'm trying to comfort you. It's just that people sometimes don't believe me. This is something that I learned from my time together with you.
Oh, what are you trying to...
Oh, nothing.
All right.
melted.
Yes, the lens is made of materials that are easily melted by light.
Is it me or do I smell something sweet here?
we're going to raise the crystal light, then we need to open the top of the tent.
Hey, Adina! We're back!
Oh, I was starting to wonder what was taking you so long. But don't worry, Lessig is... I'm pretty good at taking care of...
I don't know if I should be
The shadow. It's massive. Wait.
Seems he's still
Of course. With a team like the Traveler, Paimon, Kale, and...
only 40 times more reliable.
I guess it's impossible to feel like you've lost once you've already given up. I'm a little...
Huh? What has happened? How did I get outside of the tent? That's right.
Oh, you're awake now. Don't worry.
I'm afraid I still feel...
Lessig Lawrence.
Oh, it's you, Eula. All right, I'll do it.
Interesting. Now you want to talk. Seems like you've had a change of heart. In that case, maybe you'll be able to explain everything in detail.
I admit it, yes. I came here in hopes of finding a way to restore the Lawrence clan to its former glory. But it was a long journey, and I didn't always know the way. But the peculiar thing is, I realized that you and I are like glass pawns that were raised in shackles. We were taught to act like nobles, but outside the walls of our home, such pompous, hateful, and stubborn teeth. It's like a never-ending game of tug-of-war. But it is meaningless. You understand. Or I should say, you have already long understood.
Paimon sorta...
Everything he said is true. Your family is probably unaware that you've already changed how you see things.
Yes, this has all happened recently. After coming to this domain, I realized the Mondstadt that I want is one where not everyone fears all that I and many other members of the Lawrence clan long for.
Lessig, both you and I never had anything to do with the glory of the Lawrence clan. That is all in the past. We're just...
I originally planned on returning to Mondstadt after taking care of things here. I never thought you would come here. I was completely shocked.
See, people can always make different choices.
Yes, about that.
That's all right. Being able to clearly choose between becoming who you want to be and who your parents wanted you to be is already a step in the right direction. How to find true happiness is probably...
I have a suggestion for you, Why don't you return to Mondstadt and tell your parents what you just told us?
They'll probably try to tear me limb from limb. But what about you?
This is something that I've been thinking about, too. Perhaps the two of us can sit down with the rest of the clan and discuss it with... The Lawrence clan is just like this stage. It was once home to glorious performances, but those days are now long gone.
She's so solid and tough, but also clear and open, like an ice...
Are you all done talking now?
Yes, I think so. By the way, that is for you.
Oh, it's one of...
Well, you didn't ask.
Okay.
Wait, it looks pretty familiar. Have we... Ah, right! I also bought a similar...
Yes, people often use this kind of box for candy at festivals. But now that the tent has been repaired, we no longer need it. Eating the candy from the box as an adult will never be as delicious as it was when you were a kid. But if you really think about
So when it comes down to it, eating...
So, as of now, we've already I'm sorry that repairing the tent took so much of everyone's time.
Time to go.
Hey, Kokomi! You're already here!
Oh, you're back. I trust your adventures.
Yep, you could say that.
Well, I suppose it's time I told you that as the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I shouldn't actually be here now. The truth is that a relic known as the Shinro... But recently, an orb matching the relic's description suddenly began emitting light, almost as if it was guiding people to it. I wasn't lying when I said that. Goro has often told me that sitting at home reading light novels is not the best of practices, and that I should as I made my way from Watatsumi Island to Sumeru, I enjoyed a variety of breathtaking sights. It really is a beautiful nation. I was surprised to find that the relic had ended up in the desert. I knew it was somewhere here, though I feel that Idia was not intentionally trying to hide anything from us. This domain does have plenty of secrets. I'm sure you've sensed that too.
Now that you mention it...
I see. When you found Lessig, I'm afraid that he was caught up in his thoughts and didn't pay attention to his surroundings. Actually, before the world was flipped upside down, this domain didn't look...
Hey, everyone! Oh, I hope we're not interrupting your conversation.
It's alright. You two did a lot today.
Sure! That would be perfect!
Turns out Idia has a cooking stove and oven. Seriously.
Oh! So did you...
No. I made something called storm crust pie.
And I made some pita pockets. You can try... sorry. I should call you General.
Oh, I would be happy to try some.
By the way, you,
Oh, him. You would never guess, but he's busy over by the...